From last 200 days, this iPad Pro M1 is my main computer. Before that, I was using the MacBook Pro M1. I sold out the MacBook Pro M1 and got this base variant 11-inch M4 iPad Pro. There is nothing which I can't do on this iPad Pro which I was doing on the MacBook Pro except one thing, and that is I can't play Dota 2 in this iPad Pro. Other than that, it offers me every single thing which I was doing on the MacBook Pro. The MacBook Pro which I had was 2020. That was the base variant M1 MacBook Pro, which does not come with the 120Hz refresh rate. But on this device, we get the 120Hz refresh rate, and that makes the device buttery smooth. Look at this. Whenever I change the pages, the experience is buttery smooth, and that was something I was not getting on the MacBook Pro, which is the plus in the iPad Pro. Okay, so let's talk about the editing experience on this iPad Pro 11-inch. Some people would love to edit their videos on larger screens. Me, on the other hand, is someone who love to edit videos on a smaller size devices. This 11-inch iPad Pro is my go-to device when it comes to editing the videos. And for my editing purpose, I have the Final Cut Pro. I sometimes edit videos on the Final Cut Pro. I never use the DaVinci Resolve. And for the most of the time, I do edit my videos on CapCut. This is absolutely free and extremely easy to use. And then we have the Canva. I use the Canva to edit my thumbnails, and using the Canva on this iPad Pro is exceptionally great experience. If you use the Canva, use it on the iPad Pro, you will love this. The display quality of this device is out of the world, but unfortunately the sound quality of this iPad Pro 11-inch specifically is not best in the world. To have the ultimate movie watching experience, I have to connect something else like the hand-free or anything with this iPad Pro and listen to the sound from that device. The sound quality is not great in this. Apart from making videos, I'm a professional banker, and being a banker, I use Teams a lot. And my experience using Teams on this iPad Pro is excellent because it has great camera, excellent microphones, and the form factor. The size of the iPad is excellent, so which makes it a go-to device for me using Teams on the iPad Pro. Second in the list is the Outlook. I have configured my Amazon account on this Outlook, and the overall emailing experience has been increased significantly. If you are someone who uses emails a lot and you use the iPad, I would 100% suggest you to use the Outlook and configure your emails on this Outlook. And then Excel. We use Excel a lot, and I don't have a folio keyboard, but I do have a dongle which I can connect a third-party keyboard using that dongle, and I use the Excel using that keyboard and mouse. So my experience using the Excel is excellent, and Keynote is my go-to application when it comes to making the presentations. Since we are in the Apple ecosystem, we have the option to use the PowerPoint, but to me the Keynote application is more useful in my case when it comes to making the presentations. So that is excellent. You can create a presentation and then you can export that presentation in the PPT format, so that is also a Windows supported. So this feature makes it my go-to application when it comes to making presentations on the Keynote. Before switching from the MacBook Pro to this 11-inch iPad Pro, I was only considering two things. Number one is the display quality that we get in this iPad Pro. This is stunning. You have phenomenal display experience using this device. Whether you watch movies, you consume content, or you create content, whatever you do, the experience is phenomenal of this device display. And the second criteria was to have something which is smaller in size. This form factor is something which fits to my needs. So based on these two decisions, number one is this display quality, and number second is the size, I took the decision to sell the MacBook Pro and get this iPad Pro 11-inch. I was considering the 13-inch also, but I ended up buying the 11-inch variant. Now talk about the main question. Do I regret using this iPad Pro from last 200 days as my main computer in the replacement of my MacBook Pro, and also selling the MacBook Pro for this iPad Pro? No, there is no regrets. I am doing every single thing which I was using on the MacBook Pro, and I'm enjoying this experience more than I was enjoying the MacBook Pro. There's only one thing which I can't use on the iPad Pro, and that is playing Dota 2. That's fine, it's okay. But there was one thing which I could have done better. I bought this device with full price. I should have waited for a few days to get this iPad Pro on discounted prices. You can simply find discounts on this iPad Pro M4. Or on the other hand, you can also get the M2 iPad Pro. That is also an exceptionally great device. You can simply get the M2 iPad Pro with the decent pricing and you can save a lot of money. And my decision was based on the display and I'm enjoying the display. And if you are someone who is more into the productivity and less into the displays, then you have the option to get the M2 iPad Pro, which is still excellent value for money device. And in my case, I am super happy. There are actually two things in which iPad Pro is not as competitive as the MacBook Pro. Number one, the operating system. Macs have the Mac OS, which is the more reliable and more mature system. On the other hand, we get the iPad OS on these iPads. Whatever I am doing with the iPad OS, it is serving me the best. I have no issues with the iPad OS. And the second thing is the battery comparison. We get the great battery life in the MacBook Pros. We don't get the equivalently smart battery or strong battery on the iPad Pros. This is the one downside which I believe I'm experiencing using this device. Otherwise, my experience is all awesome. On the other hand, if you are someone who is using the iPad Pro as their main computer from few months or few days, please do let me know your experience. What do you think? Which applications are more great to run on the MacBook Pros or MacBook Airs on any Macs as compared to iPads? Some people also complained about the file management. The file management in this iPad Pro is awesome. I don't have any issues with it. Yes, the older versions of the iPad Pro was not great when it comes to file management. Please do let me know if you're using the iPad Pro as your sole computer or you're planning to off shelf your MacBook or your laptop and switch to the iPad Pro as your sole computer. What are your thoughts on this? Do let me know in the comment section below. Thank you.